Once upon a time in the magical city of Paris, the killer quietly hid in a small hotel room. There, he waited patiently with his trusty sniper rifle, not for the thrill of danger, but for a job he had been given. While he waited, he took moments for himself, eating a simple meal, stretching with calming yoga, and listening to the soft, thoughtful songs of a band called the Smiths. He even spoke on the phone with his wise friend Eddie, a kind-hearted lawyer who had once been his teacher. Their voices, gentle and measured, brought a small comfort to his troubled heart. Then, as if from a storybook twist, the target he had been watching finally arrived, accompanied by a mysterious lady in dark attire. In the chaos that followed, the killer took aim but missed his mark, and an innocent bystander was hurt instead. Overwhelmed with regret and the swift rush of danger, he fled Paris under the cover of night, leaving behind the echoes of his past. His journey carried him far away across the great ocean to the United States. But his path was not yet free of sorrow. When he returned to his secluded home in a tropical land, he found that it had been broken into and his beloved Magdala, a gentle soul who meant more to him than anyone, had been attacked. She lay in a hospital bed, watched over by her caring brother, while whispers of cruel deeds reached his ears. Though pain and fear swirled inside him, the killer's love for Magdala burned bright like a guiding star, and he vowed to protect her at any cost. Determined to find those who had hurt his love, he followed clues through the busy streets of New Orleans, where he donned a disguise and crept into a building like a shadow. There, in secret and sorrow, he forced answers out of those who once helped him, even though it broke his heart to do so. Every step on his journey led him deeper into a tangled web of betrayal and hidden names that would point him to two dangerous figures, a mighty man known as the Brute and a clever, elusive woman called the Expert. With the courage of a lone knight, the killer set off to confront these foes. In a far-off town in Florida, he met the Brute, a man marked by a slight limp that spoke of many hard-fought battles. Under the starlight, a fierce clash took place in a quiet neighborhood, and although the killer fought with all his strength, he had to summon every bit of his resolve to overcome the challenge. His quest then took him north to a cozy restaurant in Beacon, New York, where he finally faced the Expert. In a quiet corner over a shared glass of whiskey, a final meal in a dark chapter, she spoke softly, questioning why their lives had become so intertwined with danger. It was a moment of gentle honesty, where even a hardened soul like the killer felt the weight of his choices. Still, his journey was not finished. His next challenge brought him to a towering penthouse in Chicago, where he encountered a wealthy man named Clay. In that silent confrontation, the killer discovered that not all who had power had hearts filled with malice. Though Clay had been part of a scheme to cover up dark deeds, the killer chose mercy that day, leaving the man with the promise that fate would be kind if they ever crossed paths again. At long last, after facing many shadows and battles far from the city lights, the killer returned to his warm hideaway in the Dominican Republic. There, by his side, Magdala, slowly healing, smiled with a tenderness that promised new beginnings. In the quiet moments that followed, he realized that though his past was stained with sorrow and violence, love could still light his path. In that soft, healing glow of hope, even the killer began to dream of a gentler future, a future where his heart might find peace and redemption. So remember, my dear, in every dark tale there is a spark of light, a chance for change and love. Even the loneliest of wanderers can find their way home if they listen to the gentle call of their heart. Now, close your eyes and dream sweetly of a world where even the toughest souls can heal and find a happy ending.